All right. Cool. All right. Welcome to the live. Thank you for the like. Avery, what's going on? Welcome to the live. How's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tap the like button, everybody. Dale, what's up, man? What's good, brother? Ice YR, welcome to the live. I pulled up here. I'm at the park. If you guys want to just take a look at this view. It's beautiful. Beautiful day today. Let me just say it's a beautiful day today. After a week's worth of rain. I know. You ain't lying, boy. I tell you what, Dale. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And it's open till August 17th. Jaylani Hernandez, what's going on? Yeah, it's a beautiful day indeed, my friends, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful day indeed. How are you all doing? How's everybody doing? Really? Hmm. What about now? How about now? Hello, hello, testing one, two, three. Mic check one, two. Kind of still. Oh, we good? Okay. You can hear me? Good, good. So let me ask you guys a question, man, and anybody that comes on here. Let's talk a little bit about AI, artificial intelligence, for a moment. Let me turn up the volume. Maybe that's why. What about now? I cranked the volume up. Is that better? A little soft though. Well, I've got microphones, but they're at the house. I'm gonna have to start using the mics. I'll have to start bringing them with. When I get back, I'm gonna I want to go through my bags and stuff like that and organize my bags and you know so I can have a one bag with all my tool stuff in it. Right now I got two different bags, and I want to carry one bag with with my stuff in it that I want, like my pad and markers, and stuff of that nature, and like my markers and my microphone and my iPad and stuff like that. So let's talk a little bit about AI. How do you guys feel about artificial intelligence and the way things are moving right now? Man, purse. No, I mean, I got like this bag. I don't know if you can see it or not, but let me see. Yeah, see, look, see, and it's got like a bunch of stuff in it. My tripod and stuff. Um, so I want to carry like a bag with, just not a man purse because it wouldn't fit all this stuff in it, but like a like one of those. I know what you're talking about. The fanny packs. Luna has a fanny pack. um, but no, I could never fit like this in a fanny pack. Would never fit in there. You know, there's no way. Oh, cool. Well, I'll go to that for sure. All right, that's good. I have my opinion, but you go first. No, you go first, Dale. I want to hear your opinion first. I want to hear your guys' opinion. I've talked about it a bunch of times on here, but I want to hear your opinion first. Um, See, here's the thing, man. There's going to be different time. There's different timelines for one thing, especially right now. Um, and not especially right now, but going forward, there's different timelines, and we have a timeline with artificial intelligence, and then we have a timeline. Travel, nah, Frank, what's going on, man? How you doing? And there is, in fact, a timeline currently in coordinates with the timeline we're on right now and where we're headed, and the different timelines, like the organic one and the artificial intelligence dystopian timeline. There's all these timelines. What do I think about it? I'm not one that is going to go onto that timeline, so to speak. I'm not interested in artificial intelligence. I'm not interested in super transhumanism. Um, I honestly feel like that is part of what happened to Atlantis when Atlantis fell, and when the other two uh, versions of humanity fell due to um, technology surpassing spirituality. I like AI. It's helped me a lot in a few areas, but on a bigger scale, it's being used wrong. Yeah, that I agree with. I agree. Um, I think that anything, anything that is done, whether it be like food, whether it be creating some technology, if it's not done with love and it has a negative intention set when it's created, whether it be a school, governmental stuff, medical, pharmaceutical, it doesn't matter. I feel when created from fear, because I mean, at the end of the day, there's only love and there's only fear. There's one or the other. That's it. So we're not talking about apps. We're thinking bigger. Yeah, we're thinking bigger. Exactly. Um, I mean, how do you feel about uh, you know, them inventing in Japan and China robots that are so human-like that basically would be your girlfriend or boyfriend, but it's artificial intelligence and it could do just exactly what a woman or a man could do, but it's a robot. Would you be okay with dating artificial intelligence? Like, I mean, the skin feels like real skin, you know? So it's like you are dating your it's like your girlfriend or boyfriend. And would you be cool with that? So you say heck no. What about anybody else? I mean, if you like, what if like you don't even know the difference anymore? What if there's like, people walking around and they're actually artificial intelligence, but they look like a real human being, but internally they're all, you know, electronics. So tell me your feedback. Tell me your feedback on that, Dale. So the question is, um, would you date artificial intelligence? Like if she looked real, and the skin looked real and everything, but internally she was electronics and wiring and what have you. And she could pretty much be and do and just as a woman would do. That's not artificial intelligence. Would you date artificial intelligence? Would you marry it? I mean, it sounds funny, but like you know, they're creating this in China. You know what I mean? Howard Stern had back in the day. This was like I don't know how many 10 years ago, 15 years ago, man. He had a doll called the Real Doll on his show, and it costed like over $1,000 at the time, and it was I mean, it didn't walk around and talk. I think it talked, but it was more like a doll that you would do things with. A few years ago, I would have probably said, yeah, I'll try it, but after awakening, that's impossible. Oh my god, that's funny. So a few years ago you believed that you would have been down with it. You'd have been like, sign me up for an artificial girlfriend, and now you're like hell to the no. Hell no. I mean, I'm a no, like, period. I mean, there's no. I mean, I don't need to even think about it. Yeah, I know, I know. I'm not laughing about it. Trust me, man. I'm not laughing about it. It's not funny because I believe there's a lot of people, a lot of men and women that would be like, sign me up, man. You know, um, and they don't actually really understand what they're getting themselves into. You know what I mean? That's what I'm here to do, man. Help the lost. Help people that are just waking up or have woken up recently or are waking up or, you know, that's what I'm here to do, you know. I feel very strongly that's part of my mission and purpose here. And I don't mind it actually, because I know what it was like. And I would definitely not wish it on anybody. have to go through being just lost and confused and like questioning and not knowing why you're here, and you know that doesn't feel good and it sucks, to be quite honest. And I don't want people to feel that way, man. I don't think they should have to. There's enough people here on the planet at this time that are awake and that can help others who are going through it. It's time that we like support the collective, we support each other, and we stop thinking that we're separate and alone here, and we have to do this all alone, and you don't have to do this all alone, man. you know you never have, you don't need to. It's okay to feel confused and like, what the hell is going on. It's all okay, man. More and more people like me are coming out and talking about these things, and I'm starting to find out, the more I go live on TikTok and YouTube, the more people I'm encountering that are just awakening or recently awoke. you know um, they're definitely being drawn to me, which is good, because I've been there and I know what it's like. And I don't think anybody should have to struggle in the dark or struggle, in silence, um, confused, and what the hell is going on? What's going on this planet? Like, why am I here? All of it. It's like, you weren't meant to do this alone. If you were, you'd be here by yourself on this planet. It may feel like you're alone, but you're not. There's so many people. And I just want you guys to know that uh, this podcast that I've been talking about, it's starting to form. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to spend today designing a thumbnail for it. But it's starting to form, man. I'm actually getting people. I found several people off TikTok already that I've gotten to know, that are going to be interviewed on the podcast, and we're going to have a conversation, and they're going to talk about their awakening and what they've gone through. And yeah, I just met someone today, actually, and she's a beautiful soul, man. We had a good conversation, and it's going to be really neat and interesting, and nobody's really doing it. And so I feel like this is going to be something huge that is going to support so many people feeling lost and feeling like they're alone in this, and they're the only ones going through it, and they're not. And that's what I want people to understand, that you're not alone in this. You don't have to be. You never have. There is community. There is people going through very similar stuff. I haven't used TikTok in weeks. I'll go check it out again. Well, I mean, I'm not going to only do it on TikTok. What I'm going to do is, um, I'm gonna record it. It's gonna be a recorded podcast, and then I'm gonna just post it on YouTube and all the platforms. So you guys are gonna get to see it. And I hope to also get it on Spotify and SoundCloud and stuff. And Apple Music. Um, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna stick to the same name that I came up with originally. I have to tune in and see if that's what it's supposed to be. But it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. It's gonna be exciting. I'm excited to do it. I've got some really interesting guests already lined up. So just stay tuned, man. I'll keep you guys posted. Of course, make sure that you are signed up for me and Luna's free newsletter. And if you're not, go to www.darenandluna.com. probably take your safety belt off now. Yeah, probably, but um, you're funny, Dale. You're funny. Um, I'm probably going to, like I said, I'm going to work on it today, the thumbnail, and I've already got some guests lined up. You missed the round table. That was an awesome idea. Yeah, well, maybe it'll come back with new people. You know what I mean? It's very possible, but just know that this is the way things are happening. Like new things are being birthed, and I'm just meant to find, the best way that feels really good. And really important. What's really important is that I allow God to work through me. I allow God to work through me and use me in whatever way that is, and bring through whatever is supposed to come through for the collective. And that's kind of my end goal. What's it really important to me that because everything that I do, I want to make sure that it's fun, it's exciting, and that I'm here to serve humanity, the collective, and I want to make sure whatever I'm doing that. Um, I I agree with you, but you know, I think what right now is supposed to happen, because that was the same people every week, and what I'm supposed to be doing is bringing through new people that bring fresh insights and information through, and stuff of that nature. When you think the word God, I was programmed to think of God differently to what I felt. Yeah, I know. I'm glad you thought that's really cool. I want to screenshot that because I want to send that to her. She's gonna really like that. That's the whole thing. Like if I bring new guests on every week, you're gonna get new perspectives and new information and learn about other people versus having the same people on and the same perspectives and perceptions. And I think it's gonna be good just having new fresh blood on every week. And I think you're going to like this a lot. I think you're going to really like this. I think everyone is going to really like this a lot. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed everybody that was on that podcast. It was a cool, um, it was fun while it lasted, but it just wasn't meant to be. It was meant to be for a certain period of time, and then we were meant to all go our separate ways. And that's okay. You know, it's a part of the change in life that we have. Keep evolving, brother. Learn and keep growing. I love it. Yeah. And listen, I'm always learning from new people. I'm learning from different people that I bring on. Like I said, I met this really cool woman today. She's going to be on maybe the second or third episode. I'm not sure yet. But I already have like two or three people lined up for episodes. So I just need to like officially come up with a name, and then make the thumbnail, which sit on. I'm gonna sit on it today and sit with it today, and you know see what comes through. and essentially design a thumbnail. And then we'll get things rolling. Maybe next week I'll record the first episode, and then we'll upload it. I've got to set my space up too. Yeah, roll with the punches, metal. Amen, brother. Um, I've got to set up my space because I'm gonna set up this new area to be my podcast space, so to speak. So it can be nice and professional looking, you know. And then I'm gonna do. Whoa, is that like thunder? Um, are you using AI for the? No, 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 no. I'm gonna do it myself through Canva. Um, I don't really. I try not to use AI, man. I was going to, but I don't really use ChatGPT or anything like that, man. I don't know. I'm not like vibing with it really. I mean, I did here and there, but it's just like, it doesn't it doesn't tickle my fancy, if you know what I mean. Maybe for other people, but not for me really. I don't think, you know. Yeah, not really. I'm not really a huge fan of it, you know. Crap, I gotta take this back. Put this in the fridge. Um, let's roll out, guys. If I can even get out of here, there's so many cars around, man. Like, this is not the time to be at the park. I'll tell you that much. Normally, they come to the park during the week. There's so many. This is like rare that there's this many people. Like zillions of people. I guess after we've been getting rain for like, um, been getting rain for like a week straight. Everybody wants to get to the park. You know. No, I don't think I'm going to use AI to be quite honest. I don't think. I don't think so. I don't think so. But so, what do you think, Metal? Would you date an artificial woman or man? I'm saying from people to the Lions Gate is closed. I'm staying away. Would you Metal? Would you date? Oh, you said no. So like, if the woman was like, you know, looked real and had the skin felt real and everything, but like her inner workings were, you know, wiring and electronics, would you date that if that's what like society was pushing, like artificial women and men? So already, like Dale said, hell to the no. Metal said, hell no. You want yourself a real woman, not a transhuman woman. Um, I'm a definite no. Do you feel like a lot of men and women are going to be down for that? I need real human connection, someone with experience, scars, life lessons, etc. That's an interesting way to say it. I like that. I mean, somebody with like a real soul is what you're really saying. Hmm. Yeah, but I mean, you may not even be able to tell the difference at some point. You know what I mean? Because they're like, China's like developing these robotic humans that could clean your house, that could pretty much do anything you want, just like a woman would do. Not like clean. I don't mean clean your house like a woman. That's not what I'm saying. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm just saying like the things a woman could do or a man could do. Intimately and everything else. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. They're designing these things like you wouldn't even be able to tell the difference, other than if you. I mean, shit. Even I think if you like cut the arm or something, like they got injured and cut themselves, like probably would bleed red too. You never know, man. How? I mean, I heard these things are as real can get. There's no fear in it. It's nothing to fear. It's just you like when your wife has emotions, turns on a dime, keeps life fun. Interesting. So, well, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, man, humanity is going to be at a point where they're going to have to make a choice, and there's going to be different timelines to choose from, whether it be the transhumanistic timeline or organic, you know, and we're going to be at a point which is becoming very close where we're going to have to make a decision, which timeline do we choose? And I'll be I'll be real. I mean, I'm choosing, and I've said this over and over and over and over and over again, that I'm choosing nothing but the organic timeline. I don't want nothing to do with transhumanism. I don't want nothing to do with like an artificial, timeline. Um, Real as real gets. Well, I'm glad there's some people on here that, you know, uh, think the way I think, in that sense. Because, tell you what, man, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to choose it. For real. A lot. Trust and believe a lot. Because they're going to be told different things. They're going to be told that they can heal themselves, and they're going to be told that, oh yeah, this is the wise choice, y'all. This is the wise choice. Like, choose this, and you will be good to go. You will be taken care of. Mandela effect. Oh, look at that. I see a butterfly flying past me. Yellow and black butterfly. Remember having that first kiss. AI can't duplicate that kind of energy. Yeah, I agree. I agree. But as I said, man, there's going to be a lot of people, man, that are going to be down with it. They don't have to do anything. They could just buy the girlfriend or boyfriend, and then they'll have the girlfriend. They'll have their girlfriend and boyfriend, you know. Hey, Robert, glad for you to join us, my friend, into this interesting conversation. I'm going to shut my car off for a moment, so just let me know if you guys can still hear me. I just connected my headphones, so let me know if you can hear me. I'm going to put some fuel in my car. Oh. is low now. Do you remember the Monopoly guy to have a miracle Mandela effect? You did not. I do remember the Monopoly guy actually. It's all right. Okay, I'm back. Back, guys. Everybody who hasn't already, tap that like button, subscribe to the channel if you feel called, of course. Um, another reality is more. I mean, the topic we're talking about, would you date an artificial intelligent um, robot basically that looked like a female or male, had like real skin, basically transhuman, one that is basically AI? Would you date one, or do you need the real thing? No, no, it's okay, man. We're kind of talking about everything, but I wanted to see what RP thought. Can you hear me now? RP? Loud. Huh. Can you hear me now? Okay. No, I'd keep it in the closet. You would keep it in the closet. Okay, you can hear me loud. Okay, good. Um, so what I'm saying is, Robert and RP, would you date, uh, you know, basically a robot that looked like a female or a male? I don't know what you guys date if you're into women or men, so I'm just gonna kind of basically just say women or men. Um, Yeah, I don't know why, man. Right near the phone. Huh. You said no way. So you would want it has to be like a real woman or man with no like wiring inside them. Um, you're not down with dating a robot, even if it like was realistic as it gets, and they'll pretty much be like, oh, I mean, they'll talk to you, they'll you know basically get intimate with you, do whatever, you know. I wouldn't trust 90% of the real women available. I ain't trusting no freak. Oh my god, you guys are funny, man, as hell. Oh my god. So wow, I'm surprised, man. You guys are. There's a lot of men saying hell no. It was a robot um, that someone was downloaded into, maybe. Nah, I wouldn't. No way. Even then, I wouldn't. I would like to find a wife with no phone from the old world. Well, I mean, like supposedly they can pretty much do anything. They're creating these robots in China, and they're supposed to be as realistic as you can get. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm starting a poll right now. I'm asking all of you guys, would you date a robot if it looked real and it spoke and it did everything pretty much? Like it could drive, it could, you know, I mean, you name it, it could do everything. Let's just say that. If you wanted to make out and kiss, it would kiss. It could make breakfast. It could do your laundry. It could pretty much do everything. Um, Not to say it, I'm saying the men and the women robots. I'm not categorizing and trying to be like, male chauvinistic or saying women do laundry and stuff like that and cook and clean. That's not my, I'm not doing that. I'm just stating, that this robot will get in the car, it'll go shopping for groceries, it'll go to a movie, you know, it'll get intimate if you want to get intimate with it. There's one for chores and household work. Jeez, man, you guys are. Yeah, I'm saying I agree with you, RP. I mean, we didn't need tech in the 1800s. I kind of feel like, to be honest with you, that the AI is just going to make people more and more lazy, as if it already hasn't already. And people will just not leave their couch, essentially. You know, like people essentially will not leave their couch. I mean, if you look, I mean, again, we don't know for sure back in the 1800s. Um, a lot of the history books have been manipulated and, you know, essentially, you know, a lot of lies in them and a lot of lies everywhere. You really don't know what was truth and what wasn't. But the fact of the matter is, I kind of think that if these things were created from love, it would be a different ball game, you know. The problem is we're still dealing with a lot of people that are service to self, and they're um, basically creating things out of fear. So until that shifts, yeah, there's going to be, you know, they're creating robots, and maybe their intention is different, but maybe it's still based off fear. I'll use I'll use one for chores. Yeah, but here's the thing, man. You can't you can't pick and choose. It's like one or the other. You know what I'm saying? That's like having one foot in and one foot out. You have to make you're gonna be posed with a choice to make. And you're gonna have to make a choice. And you have to choose. Do I want to be in this transhuman timeline, this this artificial intelligent dystopian timeline, or do I want to go organic? You can't pick one or the other. Yes, from what I understand, there's going to be a middle timeline, which will be partial of both. But for the most part, it's either one or the other. Do you want this art? Do you want to basically not have a say or a choice in anything, really, to be honest? Because you'll be, uh, controlled with chips and different things of that nature, Or are you going the fully organic timeline? And for me, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I want to go the fully organic timeline. I don't want to be mixed up with any of this artificial intelligence. I don't want to be mixed up with, I can't tell the difference whether someone's human or they're robotic, you know? Um, they already got the tanks, Navy, etc. Now they need an expandable workforce. I think I have her already. I want someone I can see in heaven one day, eternal love. They are taking away our creativity. We are creative beings organically daily. And I'd dehumanize it as much as possible. No fake skin, nothing. Make it blend in with us. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel, Robert. That's the thing, man. I'm gonna be real with you, man. That's the thing. I'm gonna be real with you. You know, you're not gonna be able to tell the difference. That's the whole thing. You know, um, that's how real they're making these things. It's not gonna be. Probably they will use real skin. Who the hell knows? You know, anything is possible, man. Like I'm like, no, man. Like I'm going organic all the way. Organic all the way. I don't want nothing to do with any of that stuff, man. Interesting. Well, I can tell you this, man. It's going to be very different the next several years as we continue to shift. But as I said, every single human being on this planet, 8 billion people and then some, are going to have a choice to make, and the choice is going to be artificial or organic. And you best believe I'm going to choose. I don't know if you guys can still hear me or not. Once I shut the car off, you may not be able to hear me. And I think what I'm going to have to do is probably sign off and then sign back in. So I think I'm going to have to do that so the audio is better. And actually, I think I want to do that anyways because what I think I'm going to do is hook up my microphone so you guys can hear me better. Um, so yeah, I think I'm going to be back in a little bit. We could chat about some deeper conversations, and I'm going to work. I'll work on my thumbnail for the podcast. That's going to be starting up, I think, next week. If you guys haven't already, man, tap that like button. Man, we got 8 likes, 5 people in here. Tap the like button, subscribe to the channel. You know the vibes. If you're vibing with us, and we do all kinds of stuff on this channel. Luna's got some really rad content coming as well from her retreat, so stay tuned for that too. I'm pretty sure she's been recording a lot of content while being at this event. So she's still there. So get ready for some new, fresh content as well on the channel. Yeah. But I'll see you guys shortly, all right? I'll talk to you soon.